presentation of the National Football League.
A look there inside of MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, a good one in store. It's the Tennessee Titans and the New York Giants. With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Slod, set to get this one going. And off we go from East Rutherford. They'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboot, and he'll get ahead for about 3 on the first play from scrimmage.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. Off the bootleg, here is Dart. He takes off. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down.
And the Giants, first down. 1st and 10.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Giants.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Dart gonna throw it again. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run the sneak. Oh, he's trying to get low. Push forward. I don't think he got there. He did not. He is short, and they've turned it over on downs.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt to punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down, but it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
They'll run it with Tony Pollard. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Kayvon Thibodeau with the stop.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Pollard. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Shotgun snap for Wolf. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The
Giants offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Out of shotgun, it's Dart. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
DK to return. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Titans offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Ward. This one is caught by Robinson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 9
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Now Ward going to hold on to it. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Out of the gun, Ward. He will find his man. That's the rookie from Ohio State. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
20-yard pickup there. First down for Tennessee.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together. And the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
On first down, Ward. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
He'll step up and run, and he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Again, they try Pollard. Good blocking, and he's in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Titans. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Titans will take a 7-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. And nothing has come from these first two drives. Got a turnover on downs, followed by a punt last time they had it. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Dart. This one grabbed by Austin. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Cordell Flott is there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. Throwing. Dart. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. Jermaine Johnson, the former 1st-round pick, in there to bring him down. So after 1, it's the Titans out to the early lead. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Here's Jamie Gillen on now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. From the gun, here's Ward. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Abdul Carter, he gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now it's Ward. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboot. And he'll be brought down to 45. Cedric Gray there to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. To throw is Dart. They try to work the screen with Scatterboot. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
On 1st down, Dart. That one underneath to Scatterboot. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
On the play fake, here's Dart. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield. Jeffrey Simmons gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Dart. And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the Giants. Well, the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked. Still going inside the 20, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Big play from the special teams there, Greg. Not only did they come up with the block, but they return it for the touchdown, get a little bit of momentum with this big play.
Yeah, and there's always a little bit of a risk and reward that a coach has to balance anytime he calls for a punt rush. And we saw there exactly why you do it. You're able to get your hand, block the ball, and in this case, you get the extra bonus because it leads to a touchdown.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. He's got it. And the Titans move out on top, 14-0.
14. Giants nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. Olszewski now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing is Dart. That'll be taken in by Scalaboo. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 29-yard line.
Now tossed left side, it's Scalaboo. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Here's Dart. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big-time play out of the G-men. 47 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
More yards.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Scalaboo. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Cody Barton on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Oh, not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked.
So they clearly have a beat on this kicking unit. Now there's 2 ways to do it. They either have a tip on the long snapper or the holder. But either way, in this case, they're able to time the snap count perfectly, gain an advantage on the outside, and come away with a huge block.
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. 16 yards on the game and a quick 1st down.
And the Titans.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
In motion, it's Robinson. Play fake, now Ward to throw.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To the right side they go, and here comes Pollard. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Here's 3rd and 2. Throwing, Ward. He finds his tight end, Bellinger. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That's good for a Titans first down.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the Stix. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
1st and 10, and they give it to Pollard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard
Nice job by them
line.
getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down?
Give him 13 on that screenplay. And a first down. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Ward. And he's in. Cam Ward. Touchdown, Titans. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Sly now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Titans will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense and running back Cam Scattaboo headed out for their next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. On 1st and 10, here is Dart. There's a throw right side. It'll be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely.
Second down and 10.
And that will lead to a second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now Dart. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Get this into the hands of Nabel. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To the air again goes Dart. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing again, Dart. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Giants are on the board just before halftime.
And at this point, they need all the points they can get. So kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. And I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. In motion, that's the tight end, Granson. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
A waste of time.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. In motion, it's Robinson. On play action, it's Ward. And he's going to be taken down to 37. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And the Titans first down. First and 10.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Ward. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Titans stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Play fake, now dart. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And he'll get forward for about a yard. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
50-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
It is second and 9. Looking to throw. It's Dart. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Theo Johnson. That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 3.
Third down and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Giants.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
To throw, it's Dart on first and 10.
Dart's pass complete to Darnell Mooney. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second and 4. Up the middle with Scatteroo. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up third and 4.
Here's a third down and 4. Dart going to keep this on his own read, and he will have a Giants first down. It's a gain of 6 on third and 3.
The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for one extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself, picks up the first down.
Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass.
And he's in! Cam Scatteroo. Touchdown, Giants. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Giants are able to cut into the deficit.
Giants 10.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Jim DK. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Titans offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. Off play action, it's Ward. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. The safety, Javon Holland, coming on the rush that time. Picks up the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Third and a long way to go. Shotgun snap for Ward. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
The Giants offense and their quarterback Jackson Dart heading back out to the field. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. On the zone read, it's a give to Scatterboo. He'll work forward for a couple. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
49-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
They'll go play action here with Dart. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. He'll get that out to Scatterboo. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
To number 44.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
It's a gain of 18. And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
A run straight ahead, that's Scatterbull. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Austin brought in motion. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, 8 yards to go. Throwing is Dart. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
That's another.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Down at the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing, Dart. He takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are back within 2 scores.
Giants 13.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Graham Gano now following the field goal. Back to kick this one away. Tim Radike now to return it. He'll They'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
First and 10.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
In motion, that's the tight end, Granson. On the ground, it's Pollard.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
3rd and long. Here's Ward. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. On first down, Dart. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
I remember being around a lot of really good high-level linebackers, and what they used to say, Mike, is we're not going to guard the check down, but we're going to punish the check down, especially if that running back's going to catch the ball with his back facing the defense. They're saying, you might catch it, but we are going to make you pay every single time. And I know he's got a few catches throughout the course of the game, but they're continuing to be physical with him, and they're going to make it more and more challenging. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That'll be taken in by Scalaboo. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down. The Titans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive, 1st and 10. the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw is Ward. This one caught at the 4. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Pollard. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped him for no gain at the 4.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Again, they try Pollard. And he'll get about halfway there. It's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
We're trying to pick this up with the jet sweep. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Dale Robinson. Touchdown, Titans. Sly now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Titans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Olszewski now to return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Dart. That's to Mooney. Complete right side. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. This one grabbed by Austin. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the play fake, here's Dart. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Slayton was the intended receiver.
Leads to second
And it'll bring up second down.
35-yard line.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Open right side is likely. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Throwing again, Dart. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
In motion goes likely. On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for 2 doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now Pollard. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
And the Titans first down.
He'll run the toss. Here's Pollard. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. So this one, a win for the visiting Titans. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.